Steve Alcorn's a fine investigator. What he's doing with this Chris dude, I have no idea.
I gave her cigarettes for our anniversary one year.
There you go. That's fucking romantic.
She didn't like gifts. I said, well, I want to get you something. What do you want? Let's give me a couple packs of cigarettes. So I wrapped them up and gave them to her.
Yeah, have some lung cancer.
You got a dead Bigfoot that's just been shot, hanging upside down in a tree. Though Meldrum was also careful to note, it's not a course about Bigfoot.
It's a course about Fozzie Bear. Who's Fozzie Bear? Some say his father was half grizzly. Nobody believed he was real. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a Muppet. To me, that was better than being president of the United States.
They upped my meds last night, so anything's possible. We're laughing at a story about dead people. I can't explain it, but it sure makes me feel like the spirits are happy.
I mean, I guess you could say it might have been somebody's hand moving real quick, but it's not a fucking ghost.
The jury's still out on that.
See, your hoaxes come at you with smiles. They come as your friends.
Pope Francis says doggy heaven is real, so your dog has a soul.
Ah, so now the dogs can hang out with the pedophiles.
Not Benedict, Francis, Pope Francis.
No, I'm just guilt by association, Steve.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's what they say when they talk about me and you.
Yeah, there you go. Good evening, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode 78. That's right, 78. Steve?
Yes? No, there's no good comment about 78.
78.
78's a good number, but, it's no 69. It's no, 99. 78.
Gotcha. Tonight, we bullshit. Because there is no real fucking topic at all. I mean, we kind of have a topic. Do we have a topic, Steve?
Sorta.
Sorta? Kinda?
Yeah, I just clicked off Facebook, so I can't go back and see what it was. We have a topic, yes.
What I told you?
Yes, that was the only thing I know.
Oh. You know what I have been doing lately, Steve?
What have you been doing?
Is watching Wayward Pines.
Wayward Pines?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not familiar.
Of course you're not. Fucking why would the real Fox Mulder watch a show about weird shit? You've got enough weird shit going on in your own state. By the way, Steve, I recently did a story about the Loveland Frogman, and I think you need to now be all in with the Loveland Frogman because, and I'm a firm believer on this, Steve, I think that if you live in a state, you have to support the cryptid and or cryptids of your state, much like the baseball team. I'm a firm believer in that. Once you live in a state, you go all in with everything.
So now I live in Ohio, so we have the
Correct.
Loveland Frogman, which was Loveland, Ohio, obviously.
Correct.
And we have the Ohio Grassman, which is our version of Bigfoot.
Sure.
What I can't figure out is why all the cryptids in Ohio are green.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
A
Grassman would be green, right?
Maybe because the people that were hoaxing it were wearing camouflage.
It's a possibility.
I don't know. Allegedly.
But
Maybe.
yes, okay. I'll go in.
I don't know.
What's the cryptid of your state then? I know you got Bigfoots. Everybody's got Bigfoots, but what else is up there?
I think we had like a mystery dog thing. The dog thing.
Now, you just told me that if you live in a state, you have to support the cryptids of that state, and you don't even know what fucking cryptid you got.
No, it's a dog thing. I can't remember what it's called though.
Thing.
Yeah. Fuck. It's up by where Stephen King used to live, where he grew up. Shit, I can't remember the name of the cryptid, and I don't want to look it up online because that's fucking cheating.
No,
but there was a dog. It was like a weird dog they found a body of something, and it was kind of weird. And fucking Lauren Coleman came out and did his little blah, 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 blah. And you know, it wound up being just a dog. You know, a mix between something and something, and it was probably wound up being wild and just died.
The Turner Beast?
The Turner Beast. There you go. See, I didn't want to look it up because I didn't want to you know, cheat. But,
Mutant Canine.
Yeah, so I guess I'd kind of have to. I have to support the Turner Beast. Okay. I think there's some other types of sightings of shit around here, but I can't think of them right off the top of my head of anything specific. You know, because I know there's like some Native American legends and shit, but I'm not that well versed, Steve. I'm sorry.
The only, like you said, the only ones I'm familiar with in Ohio, of course, would be the Loveland Frogman, and then the Bigfoots, of course, the Grassman. But you know, of course, we talked about the big cats. So there's some of those reported around here too. So I guess those would be the ones I'd have to support.
Well, we actually have big cats in this state, so
yeah,
it's not outside the realm.
Ooh, California has a space brain for a cryptid.
Space brain?
Yeah, it's a large bluish creature that resembles a human brain surrounded by a hazy aura or mist.
Interesting.
According to theall.com. It gives you a list. Theall.com gives you a list of cryptids by state. And that was a space brain.
Well, thank you for that. All.com.
The All.
Oh, The All.
Yeah, one word. AWL. THEAWL.
Gotcha, Steve. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you, good buddy.
Interestingly enough, Delaware has no cryptids.
None?
Except Bigfoot. Everybody has Bigfoot.
Everybody's got Bigfoot?
Yeah.
All right. I'm down. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'll support the Turner Beast, I guess, if somebody can come forward with one. I'll support it.
Right.
I'll put my stamp of approval on it. However, no one has to date. So, but I think as a new rule of the Fortean slip, you have to support the cryptids of the state that you live in. So this means, Steve, that Bob Dominguez actually has to be a chupacabra hunter.
Isn't he?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't believe in the chupacabra.
Oh, but I thought he did.
No, he totally doesn't buy into the chupacabra. He doesn't think about the chupacabra. Doesn't even think about it, Steve.
That's what makes him a good chupacabra hunter.
He doesn't even think about it.
Doesn't even think about it.
Doesn't even think about it at all.
Not even a second.
But I thought that was something that I should lay on the table. That I think that's a new rule for the show. That you should.
Pennsylvania, the state I come from, has a weird cryptid. It's called the Green Man. It's a roaming man without a face, puffing cigarette smoke out of the side of his cheeks.
Yeah, but that guy was supposed to... Isn't that guy actually real? Wasn't the Green Man an actual real person?
Yes. I guess he's dead.
Yeah, and he was deformed, correct?
No, this guy dressed up in a suit or something. I don't know.
Are you sure?
Oh, Raymond Robinson. At the age of 8, he was horribly disfigured in an electrical accident. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay. So this guy was horribly disfigured. This is a sad story. And because he was fucking picked on so much, he decided to just fucking walk at night. Because that way he wouldn't be seen as much. And, he went out and did all of his shit at night. And so the few people who saw him, it became like urban legend. But that's kind of a sad fucking story. All in all, and we like to poke fun at shit, but that's pretty fucking depressing.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you should have supported him.
He's famous. I did not support the Green Man. I didn't even know about the Green Man.
Asshole. No, you supported a Thunderbird that you thought you heard.
I did hear.
You supported a ceramic frog, or was it plastic?
It was like a composite, actually.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Dollar General or Family Dollar or one of those type of stores, and they have those Heideke things. It was one of those, but it was in the shape of a frog.
I got you. But anyway, all right. So I've fallen off track. I was watching. I've been watching Wayward Pines, which I was introduced to, by the way, by our good friend Mr. Matt Knapp, former third mic of the Fortean Slip. And I was all in from episode 1. So this guy, I don't want to give too much away for anybody who hasn't seen it, but hey, they're fucking 5 episodes in at this point, so go fuck yourselves. So the guy is a Secret Service agent played by Matt Dillon. He wakes up after a car crash, and he is like, it's kind of disoriented, and then he's in this hospital, and he's in this town. It's called Wayward Pines, Idaho. And he can't call out. He can't get in touch with anybody. He can't get in touch with the field office. He can't get in touch with his wife. He can't get in touch with anybody. So, end of the episode, he goes trying to get out of the town. The road just kind of loops around, goes right back into the town. There's like no road out. So he like gets off the main road, goes traipsing through the fucking woods, and he comes up on this like Jurassic Park style fucking fence. Like that surrounds the town. So I was like, I'm all in with this fucking show. And it's a weird show. And I want to state for the record, people, for anybody who's been watching this show 5 episodes in who listens to this show, I was half fucking right about what the hell is going on.
Half right.
I was half fucking right. I thought that, and this kind of won't fuck it up for anybody, I thought that it was kind of based on H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. And I was half right. The what happened, the whole story, the plot twist that just got revealed, I was half fucking right. Kinda.
So what is it, like a town lost in time or something of that nature?
I don't want to fucking give it away, Steve, because I don't want to ruin it for people. I'm not that guy. Listen, there is a former friend of ours, and I say former friend loosely because I don't even think the fucking asshole was ever a friend, who used to ruin shit all the time for people. And that person has a show called Up the Something with
Off the
Dinkus, dumb fuck. But I don't ruin shit for people.
All right, well, I'm not going to watch. Well, those of us who haven't watched it and may want to, not me, but may want to, where did we find this awesome television show?
On Fox.
Fox.
And they have 5 episodes, and there are 5 left. And that's it. There's no second season. There's no nothing.
Why not?
You get 10 episodes of Matt Dillon looking around with that jaw of his. That weird jaw that kind of like twists to the fucking side. It's like a curveball, Steve. It might like go to the side, but I don't think that it does.
My son's been speaking of curveballs, been trying to throw a curveball, and it breaks good most of the time, but sometimes it just doesn't. Those fucking kids, man, they hit that thing a mile when it doesn't work. So I kind of understand the curveball analogy, I guess, sort of.
I think his jaw is like an optical illusion. Matt Dillon's jaw, it's like, I don't, I think it's done with mirrors.
It's his own, it's a cryptid of its own.
Maybe. But I think you might like Wayward Pines, Steve. I'm not kidding you. You might like it.
I probably would. I probably
might like
would.
It, but you don't have any time for that anymore because what happened is
baseball.
Vagina has taken over your life.
And I'm not afraid to admit that. Vagina is a good thing.
Steve, I love Vagina.
Oh,
so don't
do
get me wrong, but Like you
Baseball.
You need
too.
to
Baseball and
your priorities, Steve. Jesus.
family, that kind of thing. Why do I put that first? I don't get
you
it.
Fucking wacko. Yeah, we were going to talk about today. For the record,
go ahead.
For the record, we were going to talk about the idea of whether or not human beings are a foreign introduction, not so much introduction, or whether or not what it is that we do, the impact that we have on this planet, whether or not it is an unnatural thing. And I still want to do that show, but I just didn't want to do it tonight. I had no.
Well, I have thoughts
desire.
on that. So.
Yeah, and so do I. And
they may align. I don't know.
They may, and we'll do the show at some point in time later on. But I don't know. Once we turned the mics on, and we started fucking late, and it was a weird weekend. Like, I slept through doing the news yesterday morning. I set my alarm. I set 3 fucking alarms. 3. Not just 1, Steve. Not 2. 3.
3. And you slept through all 3 of them?
And I slept through and they all have snooze. So they
last week you asked me to call you at what was it, 6 a.m.?
6 a.m. and I left my phone downstairs so I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, that didn't even work. So I didn't even bother this week, but I got up and I started what I do every Saturday morning if I'm not talking to you, and it's go out and work on my Beetle or something like that. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then I lost track of time anyway. So, and then baseball.
I said, fuck it. By the time I fucking got up, I was just like, fuck it. I don't even give a shit at this point. and like I said, tonight, by the time we turned the mics on, I didn't want to, go into something and be half-hearted about it. And it had been a fuck of a day already for me. So I said,
unlike what we're doing now, half-hearted, and unlike that.
No, if I'm just bullshitting, and
you know what, we should do a bullshit show every once in a while.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that you and I talk about before and after these shows that I think sometimes the fans would actually like to hear, and this is kind of it, Yeah. So, and I like that sort of thing. So, and hopefully the listeners may or may not like that sort of thing too, once in a while. So. I like going.
They don't know what they like, Steve.
I like going a la carte. No, that's not the right word. Commando. I like going commando once in a while.
Commando.
What
the fuck is wrong with you? I like going commando, Chris.
That's what we call these shows when we don't have a topic. We're going commando. And man, is it frickin' humid in here. I had to open a window. So if you hear some background noise, that's just
I've got my windows open because I live in Maine and it sucks in the summertime. Yeah. It gets really, really hot. It gets really, really fucking humid. I mowed my fucking lawn today. I was exhausted by the time I was done just because of.
Oh, I did that today too. We have 2 properties, and the other properties, like, this might not be as big as your yard, but it's maybe an acre. And by the time it was like 90% humidity out, and it was fucking 80 degrees and shit like that. I was dead, man. It sucked. Every minute of it sucked.
Yeah, it just
push mowing too, not riding.
Yeah, I don't have a fucking riding mower. I don't have a riding mower, and I have a pretty big yard, and I live in the fucking woods. I love it. It's great.
Chris lives in the middle of nowhere.
It's
pretty
quiet. Much. I mean, granted, I'm not far from everything, and there are houses around me. I'm not like out in the middle of nowhere with no ties to civilization, but I do live in the fucking woods.
I live in the middle of town, and I still have no ties to civilization. So,
yeah, you're weird though.
I am. I usually go to bed at like 7 o'clock at night. Wake up at 5 a.m. That's my day, and then I go to work. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:05, man. I'm up really super late.
You are grandpa. I think you know. Did you put on
I'm
some
the
coffee?
guy.
Did you put on some coffee tonight so you can make it?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I did. But that's the only beverage I drink. So that's nothing different, man. I don't drink water. I don't. Well, I do drink water. It's coffee flavored water. So
You drink.
it's the only beverage.
You drink coffee flavored. Did you just say you drink coffee flavored water?
Well, isn't that what coffee is?
Kinda.
You put water in it, and it tastes like coffee. It's coffee flavored water.
There's
water-
something serious.
water-
There's something seriously wrong with you.
water-
Seriously wrong with you.
Water is essential to life, and there's one reason for that, Chris.
Coffee?
Because you can make coffee with it.
I'm always saying around the house, I'm gonna make some coffee, and my wife's like, "Yeah, that's out of the fucking ordinary."
Yeah, I know. There's always a pot brewing around here. At work, man, I'm probably the biggest offender there. I got a giant fucking cup, and I fill it like 4 times a day.
I'm
They all
always
pick on me
making
for it, but-
coffee. I'm always drinking coffee. I should cut back, but at least, hey, I'm not drinking soda like I used to, which I think is far worse.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Coffee actually has some health benefits,
Yeah,
Although
so
it
my
isn't-
problem is that I drink it with fucking cream and sugar. Too much fucking cream, too much sugar.
I drink mine generally black.
Yeah, if I could drink it black, then it wouldn't be as bad. It's actually decent for you if you drink it black and you don't overdo it.
Oh, well, I got the overdo it part, wrapped up. But
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. I had that little mini stroke a couple years ago. We thought it was a mini stroke. It turned out to be an atypical headache. But overuse of coffee can actually cause you to have migraines. Underuse of coffee can have it too if you're addicted to it like I am. But the fact that I drink probably
If I
a
stop
gallon a fucking
drinking
day.
fucking coffee, dude, my head'll start pounding like nobody's business.
Right. The fact that I drink a gallon or more a day, pretty much.
I will do shit like that little girl Reagan in fucking The Exorcist if I don't have coffee.
I just sleep. But anyway, it's probably a contributing factor to the migraines that I get, if not the factor sometimes. So overuse of coffee, but I'll still take it. I love it. Can't drink anything else. I've tried. I mean, I had a glass of Kool-Aid today, tropical punch or something like that, but I don't care for that kind of shit. I used to, but coffee's the shit. And I love it.
Shit.
That's right.
It's amazing. Captain Howdy. I fucking turn into fucking Captain Howdy without my fucking coffee.
I'm not familiar with Captain Howdy.
The Exorcist, motherfucker.
I'm not familiar with The Exorcist.
Are you fucking serious? Do we listen?
I mean,
I've let this fucking
I've
let this show go completely off the rails. Completely off the rails. You fucking never seen The Exorcist?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I've probably seen it when I was like 10.
All right, The Exorcist, probably one of the most well-known horror fucking movies of our time, of yours and my time. I'm not talking about,
Right.
Of this time or this generation or whatever. I'm talking about me and you.
Right.
And fucking Captain Howdy is the spirit that they talk to before Reagan gets all fucked up.
I see.
And Twisted Sister did the song, Stay away from Captain Howdy.
I was not a Twisted Sister fan, so I'm not familiar with that. I grew up, Chris. I grew up listening to country music in a town where nobody listened to it.
You with your cowboy hat, your fucking Fox Mulder attitude.
Well, here's the thing,
your Bigfoot blog.
Gotta be. I actually I can't, I won't say that on the air, but I'll let you know after the blog is probably no more. Let's just put it that way.
What?
At least the way you access it. I'll
What?
tell you after the show. But anyway, so
I can take the link off the fucking videos then?
if it says sasquatchscoop.com, yes.
Okay, good. Everybody go to weslosner.com.
Wait a second here now. Come on.
weslosner.com.
Wes who?
Fucking Wes Losner. Tattoo artist out in California.
Wes Losner.
Does some good artwork. He does some stuff with Jeff on Jeff's show.
The Reverend Jeff from the Squatchers Lounge.
And for the record, because I'm an honest motherfucker, Wes, I think the world of you. I've been talking to Wes quite a bit, and I know he listens to the show. For the record. Your squatching tips need to stop.
I've only seen it a couple times, but
No, they need to stop, son. Listen, you do great artwork. You're
Right.
an amazing tattoo artist.
absolutely.
Stick to your strengths.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say.
Not saying anything, bad about the guy, but
I'm not
the
fucking
squatching
wouldn't
tips
say-
part.
The squash, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. It's like somebody coming in and just dragging their nails completely across the fucking chalkboard. Oh, son, I just send in a picture of your fucking artwork. Let Jeff and fucking David look at it in awe, as they should,
Right.
and continue on with your day.
But no tips.
No more tips. I can't take the tips. I can't
Yeah,
do
the
it.
tips.
I can't do the squatching tips. Talk about documentaries, if you will.
Right. That's
No more.
probably good stuff.
No more fucking squatching tips. God, Bigfoot irritates the shit out of me anyway.
I'm not as familiar with Wes, or is it Les? Wes.
Wes,
as you are.
fucking,
I know it
and
is.
don't
I'm
mix
just-
him up with Wes Germer.
No, that's a whole different Wes.
That's a whole different bag of bullshit.
But no, Wes Losner is not a bad.
Definitely,
Wes
in
Losner's
my
the real
opinion,
deal.
you should not take any squatching tips from the other
Germer.
Wes.
Not even a one.
No.
Not even a. Don't even think about it.
Not even for a second, Steve.
But this Wes. the
This
good
Wes,
we'll
Wes
call him the good
Losner
Wes.
at weslosner.com, by the way. Go to
phenomenal.
weslosner.com, check out his artwork.
Phenomenal tattoo artist.
listen,
I've seen some of that.
I'm not fucking saying that this motherfucker is replacing Fred Dunn. You know,
Never.
Dread,
Who could?
Dreadfun, youtube.com/Dreadfun. Fucking guy has, I've said before, I will say again, Fred has been the second hardest working motherfucker on this show, next to me.
Above me. Yeah, way above me.
So, but I started talking with Wes recently, and he's a hot shit. He does some great artwork. The artwork that he did for Jeff's show with Jeff with the severed head of Todd Standing. There,
Oh,
have
God,
you
I
seen
missed
that
that
one?
one. I'll
You
have to
missed
go look
that
at
one.
that.
It's a
Yeah.
good fucking picture there. I liked that, and there was a couple other ones that I've seen that he's done that are really fucking good. He does some great work, and I've seen some of the tattoo work that he's done, and he's done some great shit there too. So definitely go check him out at weslosner.com. I'm gonna throw the link underneath, and I gotta switch out some stuff underneath too. Because I want to put Fred's, even though Fred's link is always right in front of you, I want it down below as well. So
Absolutely. Clickable.
clickable links, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Click, click, click. That's what it's all about. Help out our good friends Fred Dunn and Wes Losner. Thank you. I'm done plugging bullshit. And
I have nothing
and
to
giving
plug.
Wes
Nothing
hell
to-
for something that he does.
I have listened to Squatchers Lounge podcast on occasion, and heard Wes's squatching tips, and
Squatching tips?
I'm guessing I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. It just didn't come across as well as maybe it could. Maybe Les needs a Wes. Why do I keep on? I'm thinking of Les Nessman from WKRP.
Les Nessman? He doesn't even
Yeah,
look like Les Nessman. Wow, man.
I'm a child of the 70s, man.
You're a child of something.
Because Wes Losner kind of sounds like Les Nessman, sort of, right? The turkey drop, man. The turkey
Johnny
drop
Fever?
shit was hilarious.
Johnny Fever?
The turkey drop. That was like the all-time best ever TV comedy sketch in the world. Number one.
I can't remember how that theme song goes. All I can remember is, baby.
If you ever wondered whatever became of me.
Oh, yeah. All right,
I'm living on the
Alcorn.
air in Cincinnati, WKRP.
Look at you.
Hey, I told you I was a fan.
You're just fucking carrying the show.
So, Wes
Losner.
Losner.com.
Yes.
Go check it out.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm switching out a battery, son.
A battery?
Yeah, a battery.
Speaking of batteries, I went to the dollar store once, and it was Christmas time, and I bought a bunch of batteries for the kids' stuff, and I get up to the counter, and the lady made some sort of rude comment about my batteries and what I was going to do with them with my wife. It's hilarious.
Wow, Steve.
Yeah.
Making
And I told her no.
a woman
Not
making
for
a
the kids'
vibrator
toys,
joke at the
sick
counter.
Yeah. It was funny. I told her no, they're for my kids' toys, you sicko. And that was
That's always comfortable.
yeah.
Unless you're into that. Like me, I'd fucking be like, you damn Skippy.
Why not? Anything that adds excitement, right?
Why not? Fucking A.
Absolutely.
You got any news, Steve?
A lot of it. UFO. Oh, this is from the Huffington Post, by the way. UFOs spotted above Loch Ness. Forget the fabled Loch Ness monster. Now we've got something else. Just as strange as Scotland's famous lake, where, according to legend, a prehistoric beast makes its home. Move over, Nessie. UFOs seem to take a liking to your backyard.
Look out, Nessie. Somebody's going to stick something up your ass.
Incidentally, Chris, they used to have a Loch Ness cam, a webcam that you could watch 24/7. And I used to sit there for like 6 hours a day watching this fucking thing. And I did spot a UFO on it. And I got screen captures. And I sent them to the people that run this camera. And they never responded to me, those bastards.
You investigator, you.
But I got the sequence, and it was really cool. I have it somewhere. I'll have to find it. Maybe we can post it on the Fortean Slip blog.
That would be wonderful.
Anyway, some tourist took a picture back in April. His name was Alan Betts. He was vacationing in the Scottish Highlands with his wife, Anna.
I'd like to be
Anna
vacationing in the Scottish Highlands. Not with
Yeah,
my
why
wife,
not?
Anna. Because
Well,
my
her
wife's name is
parents-
not Anna.
Yeah. Her parents were there, too, so that kind of, puts the kibosh on anything fun. But they were at a holiday cottage near, oh, my God, Urquhart Castle. I think that's how it is. A long-time monster hunting location. In fact, you can spend your day in front of a computer screen. You go all the way to Loch Ness. And you go and spend your day in front of a computer screen. Looking for Nessie via live Loch Ness webcam. The same camera I was talking about earlier.
You're amazing, Steve. Just an investigative genius.
But anyway, in April, it wasn't Nessie that had its picture taken. It was something else.
Steve,
Alan
I want
is
to go
quite-
so far as to say you're like the Rain Man of the Fortean community.
I tend to agree with you there. I kind of have a way with that sort of thing. And I did watch Rain Man. I seen it. Watched it.
Wow.
Loved it. Yeah, that was one movie I actually watched.
What'd you think, Steve?
I loved it. It was good.
To make you cry a little?
You know, in a way, yeah.
Yeah?
In a way.
Bring out that...
Because when I found out, I don't want to give a spoiler out for those who haven't.
A spoiler for a fucking movie that's been out for fucking like 25 fucking years?
Yeah, because there's people out there, who don't watch movies on a consistent basis, Chris.
Or
Not like you and I.
Fucking years it's been out.
But when they got to the part where Rain Man was actually Raymond, that was, that kind of brings a tear to your eye. The way that happened. It was good stuff. But yeah, I liked it. Alan is quite skeptical about paranormal things in general. I am not, Anna Betts told the Huffington Post in an email from the UK. I believe in what human beings sometimes can't see or explain. I'm a quite spiritual person overall. However, I have been quite skeptical.
We're all spiritual
about
beings,
UFOs
Steve. That's what they say.
I think so. We can say 100% that the camera was perfectly fine. It was raining very heavily. There were no lights in the house to resemble the objects in any shape or form. We were also quite high up, about 900 feet over
Unless
the lake.
you ask Penn Jillette, Steve. He's an atheist.
He's got a new show out. It's called Fool Us or Fool Me or something like that. People get up on stage and do magic tricks.
He cracks me the fuck up.
I like Penn Jillette to a point, but I think he's an asshole too sometimes. But, and Teller doesn't talk, so I can't really call him an asshole. But anyway, it was only after the weather dramatically changed from total sunshine to intense cloudiness that Anna's mother went out and snapped a picture of the landscape. At the time the picture was taken, none of the family noticed anything, blah, blah, blah. Sounds just like Bigfoot bullshit. And then they find a UFO in the picture. Anyway, you can find that at the Huffington Post.
UFOs are probing Loch Ness's rectum. Gotcha.
I get bored with stories like that because we didn't see it when we took the picture, and that's bullshit. They saw everything they wanted to see, and then they probably went home with a fucking microscope and looked at the picture like these Bigfooters do, and I hate that bullshit. So that's why I ended that story.
Good times.
From the HeraldStandard.com. Guns, beer, and Bigfoot. Man, what could get better than that?
That's
it's a movie.
Pretty much every fucking Bigfoot expedition you'll ever go on, right there.
Right. Guns, beer, and Bigfoot. Nothing quite well, except those people who are no-kill.
Hey, wasn't there a Florida skunk ape conference that got rescheduled?
There may have been. I'm not familiar. I know about the Florida Skunk Ape Conference as far as who runs it and things of that nature. It got rescheduled?
Yes. It was supposed to happen. And now it's like, yeah.
Isn't that the one where they made this big hullabaloo about Rick Dyer going to? And
yes.
then like 2 days later, he said he wasn't going because of the hullabaloo.
Yes.
But I think it was probably the hullabaloo that was supposed to, he was never intended on going. That is my opinion.
Yes.
That one?
Yes, that one.
Huh. They rescheduled it. I wonder why. What were they charging for this one, Chris?
I don't know. I don't have any of the information. I'm sure it was overpriced.
Yeah, the guy who runs that, isn't he the one that sells out venues everywhere he goes?
According to him, he sells out everywhere he goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, though.
Yeah.
Nothing quite taps into the culture of Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania like Bigfoot. Really? Nothing? Not the Steelers? Not the Penguins? Nothing like Bigfoot. At guns,
it's the only thing, Steve. Listen, you're from Pennsylvania. You got to know this shit.
And I'm from Western Pennsylvania, too. And look on the BFRO's website and look at their maps of Bigfoot sightings and look at Western Pennsylvania and see what you see. Nothing. Western Pennsylvania Bigfoot. Add guns, beer, and a spit jug in a movie about hunting Bigfoot, and you just might have a Yinzer hat trick. Yinzer is what they say. Yins. Yeah, never mind.
I'm with you, Steve.
Bigfoot the movie released last week on DVD, Blu-ray, and they still have Blu-rays and DVDs. And digital download is a new film co-written and produced from two well-known Western Pennsylvanias and featuring a cast of who's
Steve,
who.
listen, there's this amazing thing called Netflix. It changed my life.
I know. Who the fuck goes out and Walmart sells DVDs for fucking $5 in a giant bin. You can buy just about any movie ever made because nobody wants them anymore. You know what changed my life?
What?
Torrents. No. I no.
Vagina?
I don't use that. Well, besides vagina, I was going to say torrents, but I don't do anything that's illegal, and I have nothing illegal on my computers. So, but it's changed some people's lives. Let's say that. But no, Netflix, Hulu. Why would you want to buy a DVD anymore? In 2007, Jared Show and Kurt Wooten, the Pittsburgh dad guy, if you've ever been on YouTube.
For the record, Steve saw Jurassic World this weekend. The theater was very comfortable, and he was able to take a piss midway through and pause it.
I actually haven't seen that movie yet, Chris. I'm not going out on the torrent sites downloading current movies. When I go on it, if I were to go on a torrent site, I would download a movie that I wanted to see from like 10 years ago, maybe. Something you can't find. That's what I would do. You know, like Shooting Bigfoot, that stupid movie with those, Joan, Get Me a Snapple.
Joan, Get Me a Snapple?
You might have to find that on a torrent site if you can't find it anywhere else. But something like that. But nothing, current. Why would I do that? It's illegal.
What about
totally
Bigfoot, beer, guns, and hillbillies in Western Pennsylvania? And
if you ever get on YouTube, Chris, look up this Pittsburgh dad guy. He's pretty cool.
Okay.
But anyway, it's his. He's got like a bazillion followers, and most of them are from Western Pennsylvania, of course. But anyway, the show, they outlined the initial script. Wooten joined him to complete the story. Oh, it's a film based on the show. We shot a trailer in 2007 to get people interested, said Show.
They shot a trailer, all right. They fucking went out in the woods and shot guns at an actual trailer.
A Kickstarter campaign was set up, and in 2012, filming began on their Bigfoot film. We always wanted to make a movie in Pennsylvania, and we always thought Bigfoot was funny. As far as genres go, I particularly enjoy the comedy horror genre. This really fits it, Show said, who also directed and starred in the movie as Burl. The story is set in Show's native Elwood City in the 80s. An 80s movie about Bigfoot. That's got to be great. Three friends must avenge the death of their buddy, who they discover was killed by none other than Bigfoot. Now it's up to the three locals to take Bigfoot down.
Bigfoot's funny, but Bigfoot's killed their buddy.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Mullets, quads, and chewing tobacco are all in full supply as the movie pokes fun at the Yinzer stereotype right alongside the Bigfoot myth. There's been lots of movies filmed here in Pittsburgh and the region, but none really capture the essence of what it means to be from here. A spit jug is what it means to be from Pittsburgh, apparently. I got one more story, Chris. I promise it's super short. I promise it's super hilarious, though. George Norrie, and I forget what website I got this from. George Norrie, who hosts a conspiracy theory-centered radio show, Coast to Coast AM, has founded a new otherworldly dating site called Paranormal Date, much like other special interest-specific dating sites.
Go
like
meet
Farmers
other
Only.
crazy people like yourself.
Much like other special interest specific dating sites like
And I'm
Farmers Only
pointing
or
at
J-Date.
myself when I fucking say that, people. So go screw.
Right. Paranormal Date is for people interested in, well, the paranormal. Science, life after death. Science, really, come on.
What
Life
the
after
fuck
death,
is that
ghost
noise?
stories. Oh, I'll shut the window. That's the train going by about 2 miles from here.
The
It's just really
train?
loud. Yeah. The train. I shut the window. It's all good now. Life after death, ghost stories, Bigfoot. There's a Bigfoot dating site. I love it. UFOs, alternative medicine, and conspiracy theories. In an announcement on his website, Nori explained how his Lonely Heart listeners inspired the news site. I wonder why these people are lonely, Chris. I kind of understand it because, I was in that position for a long time.
No, you?
Yes, I was.
You Fox Mulder?
Paranormal Bigfoot
With your collection of
research
black and white porno?
It's in color, Chris. It's old. It's from the 60s, but no, I do have some black and white.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I've seen this shit, Steve.
The movies are in color, though. The snuff films, as they called them back in the day.
A snuff film is where a chick dies, Steve.
Well, I might have some of that.
What?
I'm just saying I might. Not illegally obtained. It was given to me.
It'd be illegal regardless.
They didn't really die. Right?
I hope. I seriously hope, like a fucking week from now, agents storm your house.
I don't have snuff films.
I hope like you guys are sitting around, you and Marcia, you're having a smoke. Fucking agents just come plowing in, fucking take you down, put you to the fucking ground. It's like that fucking when they took over that pool party in Texas. You're unarmed and they're just pulling guns on you. They shoot your dog.
Not Sandy.
The cat.
Speaking of dog, I do have a very rare.
Whatever
and
agents
lovely
happen to do this, make sure you take out the cat as well.
All of them.
It's from me.
Well, especially the one.